The Sacramento Kings have been one of the worst franchises in all of sports for the past 16 years. And during that time, they've made countless errors in trying to get back to what they used to be back in the late 90s and early 2000s, which was a perennial title contender. The Kings' last playoff appearance was back in 2006. And to put that into perspective, the last time they played in a playoff game, the retired Ben Roethlisberger, the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who's now retired, won his first career Super Bowl over the Seahawks. That was the last time the Sacramento Kings played in a playoff game. So the question now is, how can the Sacramento Kings get back into the playoff picture next season? Because there has been years where they've came close, most notably in 2019, when they finished 9th in the Western Conference. But now we have to look at this team and discuss how can they get back on track and how can they try to compete next season, or at the very least, take a positive step in the right direction. Starting off with the upcoming NBA draft. The Sacramento Kings have the 4th pick in the draft, which I think will be an easy choice for them because I think the Kings will most likely keep the pick and take Iowa power forward Keegan Murray to play alongside Domantas Sabonis in the front court. I don't think they'll take Ivy, even though in my mock draft weeks back I said probably they'll take Ivy just as like the best talent available kind of selection, but with Ivy supposedly not wanting to play in Sacramento, I don't see it happening. And plus Keegan Murray fits better anyways, so I like the dynamic. I like him playing alongside Sabonis, spreading the floor out for Sabonis to post up and dominate, and for Fox to do what he does best, which is finish at the rim. And he should improve what is one of their weakest aspects in their team, which was their three-point shooting, because they were ranked 25th in the entire league in three-point percentage. And obviously you need to be able to knock down threes if you're going to be a solid ball club, especially nowadays. Going into the remainder of the offseason though, and you look into it, the Kings also have to look for more defensive personnel because they gave up the 2nd highest opponent points per game, only behind the Houston Rockets. And I do like the potential of Davion Mitchell to be the start of the Kings' defensive turnaround with the way that he takes on the challenge, the intensity that he brings on that end. But I don't expect a complete turnaround all in one season unless major changes are coming to the parts of the roster, because almost across every major defensive stat, the Kings are almost in like the bottom 5 of the league in almost every one of those stats. And when I look at the roster, it makes sense. The main reason why they're such a bad team is probably because of the roster construct. It's full of players that are inefficient and are not even average defenders. And then their best players are not good defenders either. You look at Domantas Sabonis. We don't think of him as a defensive guy at all. And he's playing the 5. I don't look at him as a rim protector. I don't even look at him as a good defender guarding his own position. And then you look at De'Aaron Fox. He's up and down. Some nights he looks solid. Some nights he's getting destroyed on the defensive end. So you got to kind of see with this team. You got to build it the right way, obviously. If I was in the Kings front office, there's nobody on the roster that's untouchable. But if I were them, the only guys that I would have a bigger asking price for is De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, and I wouldn't give up on Davion Mitchell just yet. But the rest of the roster is replaceable, except for obviously the number 4 pick that they're selecting. I do like Harrison Barnes though. Even though he's a veteran, I don't expect for them to keep him, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't keep him because he belongs on a team that's going to compete or going to contend. But he was one of the only efficient and productive players on the team. So I don't know what you do with that. Maybe you can trade him and try to get something solid for him, like a late first rounder, alongside with a player that is younger and can help impact the team. But in order for Sacramento to make a full change for the better of the fan base and for the franchise in general, it starts at the top. And if ownership and the front office isn't going to care like they haven't for basically a decade and a half now, I don't know how the team's going to improve. I don't know if things are ever going to change. I hope they do, because I've never seen the Sacramento Kings be a good basketball team in my life. Literally haven't. I didn't see the Chris Webber days. Didn't see none of that. So I feel bad for them. You know, people make fun of the Knicks a lot, so I kind of feel their pain, but, you know, I hope things improve. They got some talent. They got some talent on the roster. They just need the front office to make the right decisions. No more dumb trades. and just do the right thing. And maybe one day, I don't think it'll be next year, but maybe one day the Sacramento Kings will be in the playoff discussion, hopefully soon, for the better sake of their fan base. Anyways, that's going to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Link will be down in the description below. This has been The Checkup, where we talk hoops and hoops only, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.